Welcome to the Commercial Gas Engineer channel. Going to be showing you how to get boilers in high and low fire, various commercial boilers in this video. So on this Valent model, you hold down the plus button whilst the power is off. You turn the power on and keep your hand on that plus button, and then that will enable you to get into your P settings, and then P1 is high fire, P2 is low fire. The next model is the Hamworthy Purewell Classic. So this works on various models. So on this model, you just have to remove the link for high and low fire. And then you'll see on the front of the display that only low fire has been initiated. So you see here, this is where you make adjustments. The outer is for high fire, the inner is for low fire. Okay, in this particular video, this is for the Idle IMAX Extra EL. So you go into the settings, you select summer, winter, and then you should see minimum and maximum. Remember to hit enter, not select, but enter for your maximum and minimum. So remember, settings, set in settings summer and winter, then you go to maximum and minimum and you have to hit enter. Don't hit select, hit enter. And then when you see the burner come on, you should know. Okay, this is the Weishab boiler, or should I say burner. Hold down F and plus at the same time. Then it will ask you for load. You can increase the load if you continue to keep your hand on the F and the plus, and this will increase the load. And then the boiler will go into high fire. Then for low, you do the same thing, and then you hold down the F and minus button to bring down the load. Remember, when you are setting up boilers to operate in high fire, to turn off other appliances to cool them down beforehand, and also to turn up the temperature of the boiler. So the set point on boilers, you can turn up the temperature whilst before carrying out your settings. In this particular video, you have the Eco Pro, Romea Eco Pro. In order to get this into high and low fire, you have to hold your hand down on the chimney sweep button and plus, or chimney sweep and minus. So chimney sweep and plus, or chimney sweep and minus, and that should get you into high fire or low fire. Now this is the Hamworthy Purewell Very Heat, where you need to hold down the two buttons on the left. There we go, got 100%, and we can bring it down or up to our desired level. In the Potterton commercial, you have to just hold the arrow icon down at the top, and then you, when it says controller stop on, then you press I, and then you can get your settings up. Show you that again. So press the button at the top, it says controller stop function on, and then you press I, hold down I. So I pressed I, and then I got my settings up. Then you have to press OK, and then you go down or up, and then press OK to acknowledge. So remember, you've got to press OK. Okay, this is a Hamworthy Wessex MK2. You have to hold your hand down on this selection icon here until you get the controller stop function on, and then you press the I button, just like the Potterton commercial, and then you have to press OK, and then you scroll up or down. Remember, you have to hit that OK button to acknowledge it and also to adjust. Okay, on this particular boiler, this is a Hovel Ultra Gas. This is our setting for low fire adjustment, and this is our high fire adjustment setting. So low, and then in order to get the boiler into high and low, we're going to the settings, and we're going to emission test, and then it will say emission time, and then you have to, so look at that, let's look at that again. So remember, you've got to turn up the setting, the temperature setting on your boiler, so that you have a higher threshold before the boiler locks out. Try and do that on most boilers when you're working on them. If you find them at 70, put them at 90, for instance, for testing purposes. So it's an emission heat generator. That's where you want to go in the settings in order to make an adjustment. And you can ask it for how long you want it to be doing that for. So 59 minutes, 60 minutes, for example. So this is the CXS, the ideal Concord CXS. But if you want it to stay in low fire, you have to remove the solenoid lead. You see the leads removed here? Okay, so the inner is for low fire on the gas valve, and then the outer is for high fire. The outer adjustment on the gas valve is for high fire. So you have to hold one in whilst you're making an adjustment on the other. So outer is for high fire, inner is for low fire, and the solenoid needs to be removed in order to keep it in low fire. But if you want it to be in high fire, you have to reconnect the lead. But sometimes these models switch automatically into, they start up in low, and then after a few moments they will switch up into high fire, so there'll be no need to remove the lead. But you don't always have time for that, so if you need to keep it into low fire, remove that lead and operate it, and then do your adjustments. But if you want it in high fire, keep the lead adjusted, but then check afterwards your low after making adjustments to your high, because it's so close that you can get discrepancies after making adjustments to your low on your high, or vice versa. On this particular model, it's an MHS Regency. You have to get the chimney sweep man up. So here we go, you've got the chimney sweep man there, and you've got to press the button, and then chimney sweep and one dot. Chimney sweep and one dot is low fire, chimney sweep and two lines is high fire. Alright, thank you for joining me. Until next time, bye bye bye.